anything.
Not since Reagan, but Reagan was still a pussy too. Not since JFK have we had a real president.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not old enough to really say anything about older presidents. The only things I really remember is, of course, Bush in the end and Obama now. And Bush and Obama were both, in my eyes, better than Trump,
Bush
at
was
least.
garbage.
You're fucking crazy. Obama, fucking better. That motherfucker did nothing but ruin our fucking country.
Yes,
He's the one that started.
How many wars has
Obama
Trump started in his time?
The riots started in
Yeah,
the
touche. Like
Obama era. So.
No, the riots were started by fucking Trump, who incited the violence.
I bet you $100 Obama started the fraud too.
Once again, as an outsider, it looks like those others were better, but you might say it's different than I want to hear.
Obama
Fake news,
invaded 8 countries.
Captain Allen, shut the fuck up, motherfucker! You.
I think we
tell us that.
When did I ever swear at you?
Felix, shut the fuck up, motherfucker! You.
Get angry, mate.
Fuck you.
Sure.
I fuck your dog in the fucking ass. Fuck you.
Keep your calm, mate. Keep your calm.
What to do? Motherfuck you.
Motherfuck you! I fuck your dog.
Do you want to dick him up though?
Did that fucker just say he's gonna fuck his dog?
Hey, L, you know that even Republicans think that
fuck
is illegal.
You wanna fuck a skeleton?
That
That's
sounds like he's butt sore.
You literally want to dick up a skeleton, man, and fuck his ass? That's kind of gay.
I bet you $100 Obama is on
being gay.
this fraud.
Here, you know.
Who cares if it's gay?
A lot to do with the fraud as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Obama.
What is wrong with being gay? Since when is that the problem?
Because it's not natural and it's not right, and everybody's fucking afraid to say it. It's not fucking right.
Wait a second. You know that in ancient Rome,
That's their
there
fraud.
were fucking orgies daily with bisexual sex all the way around, and like everyone was bisexual and shit. In fucking Rome, it's not natural. That's like saying the sun is not natural.
Like, I'm not fucking gay, but you know what? It is what it is. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Asshole is not natural.
Me, so.
Say it is natural.
Being gay
The thing that gets me with gays is we let one thing go and they push something else on our agenda.
Natural.
It goes over.
Yes.
You keep pushing it on us. You keep pushing it on us.
Overrepresentation is annoying.
I think pushing the transgender onto our kids is fucking bullshit. That is going too far.
Okay, all right. Isn't the idea of morality to not always act on your desires? Because when you act on your desires, you become like an animal. That's all an animal knows how to do. Act on its instincts and desires. So if we're to be a moral society, I would say that having gay people who only act on the desire to have sex for enjoyment and provide no other, they have no other outcome. They can't have kids. They can't raise a family. Then they're just
but trans rights.
So you want to be with a man?
No, I'm saying it's not moral, so it's wrong.
You just said
my dude, there's nothing wrong.
Hey, motherfucker, Captain, shut the fuck up,
say that it's wrong or right.
You know what that's called? That's called the death of a.
Oh, I'm a motherfucker. Sorry, I'm not.
Bow down. Bow down.
You are, motherfucker.
Bow down.
I'm not a necrophiliac. My mother said.
You know,
Newton takes it up the
know screaming just stops your mic.
Bow down.
When we come to your town.
Okay, so apparently we're very anti-gay. Apparently.
No.
Okay.
You fucking fuck,
at least
you
the two screamers are.
I mean, but doesn't the
Ben, your
Bible
cock
tell
fit
us
on
that
it?
it's not our place to judge somebody to begin with, whether they're gay or
Exactly.
If you guys honestly,
It doesn't matter who someone is.
whatever,
It's about the
think
person
that
itself.
go to hell for being gay. Well, it's not going to bother you. They're going to pay for it in the end. So if that's
Yeah.
what you want to live, let them fucking live that way.
They're the one that has to meet
for it.
with. They're the one that has to meet with it at some point, and it's not our place to judge them for that.
I honestly wouldn't even give a shit. You know what I mean? It's just let them do their fucking thing, just as long as you don't
Well,
throw.
I'm happy to hear some rational voices.
I would say that you could say the same thing about Christians, though, too, because there's a lot of Christians that will shove it in people's faces when they don't want it to be.
Yeah, and the same goes for some, like Muslims or any other religion. But I'm not sure, but have any ever slept at the place of a Muslim? Because if you've not, you probably don't know that if you do, they give you their personal bed and they sleep on the couch. That's their actual religion, not jihadist ISIS bullshit. But their actual religion is kind of peaceful as Christianity was, and it's an actual delight to meet an
I don't think
actual
Christianity's
devoted
ever been
Muslim.
peaceful.
Just like it's a delight to meet a devoted Christian or Jewish person. In my eyes, at least. I hope someone here has the same
I've met
experience.
a lot of Muslims that are really nice. Honestly, I can agree with you there.
I could say this: the whole game is to divide us, and if we're divided, we all lose. It doesn't matter if you get divided over your take on whether being gay is right or wrong. I personally don't understand it or get it, but one of my best friends, he's gay. Well, that's a whole different story. But there's
he
a point of
gay or is
division,
he a
and then if
faggot?
it's that, then it's politics, and then if it's not politics, it's gonna be this or that, and there's an endless stream of things that divide us. But we're gonna get beat if we get divided. It's a guarantee. And you can throw a dart at something that has 1,000 ways to divide, and every single one of those ways you're gonna lose. There's only one path that's gonna help you win, and that's if you can set stuff aside and be united for what you have in common, for the greater good of everybody.
In the United States.
What's that?
That's not going to happen. The country's divided.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just too far gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, yeah, we are divided. I mean,
The point is that you're united on the truth.
It's gone so far, but division is what's killing us, and pure evil. Pure evil's killing us too.
Killing us. Someone caused.
Ask yourself, what's dividing us? Who is dividing us? Right? Those are the
It's
people.
the media. Come on, you must know that.
No. I'm asking like a.
It's Russia and China, mate.
Right.
Have any of you seen Yuri Bezmenov's lecture on Russian politics from the 1980s? It's fucking amazing, mate. It's exactly what's happening now, and that's why I'm trying to make bridges
How does
everywhere.
Russian divide you, man?
Because they put money in everything. They just put money in advertisements, in trolls and things like that. It's very easy. If I if I had the time and didn't have to work for my money, I could just put 100 euros in a day, and I could 5,000 accounts I could use to spread disinformation, and that's what they've been doing worldwide. It's also in the Netherlands. We have our second biggest party is someone who has been getting money from the Russians through these kind of schemes. But that's a worldwide thing.
It's easy to blame something bad.
And it's easy to blame, but the way to handle it is not to start going in the way they want to, but just talking to each other on how to fix things. Like everything I have heard in the past day or so, or since this group has started, is almost in line in everything I hear in far left groups. Only the way to get there is different, and the way to get there can always be debated.
Well, and that's
At least
what I tried
that's
to
how it
say
works in the
earlier.
Netherlands.
I tried to tell everybody that earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's trying to get to the same thing. Everybody's just doing it in different ways. It's not. I don't think that it's too late. I think that there's some people that we can save at this point. They just have to be able to wake up. But
Well, the truth
exactly, and the only way to get there is through talking and not through screaming.
Well, the truth is
like some have done.
Have to be willing to accept the truth. Once people accept the truth in themselves or for themselves, then that can unite us because the truth is a sword that divides.
But truth is for everything is relevant or relative. Like,
well, we can agree upon that someone is attacking us.
like the Schrodinger's cat. Truth for everything is like Schrodinger's cat. It can be dead or it can be alive. You don't know until you look. And
well, the principle of truth is that
everyone
you're
might be
devoid of
looking.
hypocrisy. So, because evil destroys itself over time, because it can't remain in the world by itself. This is why we have slavery, because in communism, for example, because evil can't sustain itself, so it tries to enslave others to sustain it. And that's where we have oppression and censorship.
The biggest profiteers at this moment in history are the Western countries. The biggest profiteers from slavery at this moment are Western countries like Nike, Apple, and Samsung or shit like that. They work off Uyghur laborers in China. Like, imprisonment on a shit like that's worldwide. We already know that. We know that China is the worst of that. We don't have to look at ourselves for that. China is fucked up for that. But all that means is that we can probably, even on the Democrat side, find anyone on the moderate to the most extreme side. You will find people that don't agree with this because it's fucking ridiculous. And instead of attacking each other on we should attack China this way, no, we should attack China, and how should we attack them? Instead of all giving our own plan and saying, our only plan is the best one. Like, at least that's how American politics is perceived here. Is one party gives their idea, the other party is against.
Well, let's start at home first, because how are we going to be organized when, as you said before, we're so divided against each other? And so, like Jesus said, the house divided against itself cannot stand. And this is what they're doing, is they're using what they know of what God said against us to turn us against God. And that's why they're turning against societally, and basically everything. I look through everything that I know about and have read about God and Jesus Christ and what He's explained about reality, and I see that the enemy uses like every single thing of every single point of understanding there against us. So first we have to understand and accept that what He said is real as an insight.
Yes.
So you can see what the enemy is actually doing against us. It's like Satan tried to use a psalm against Jesus.
If you had the self-reflection that your group or you or the group you belong to do the same, like both sides do exactly the same and only view or see the problems of the other.
Yeah, well, I agree with what you're saying, and that's called being honest in your heart. But that requires self-reflection, not not casting blame on others first.
Yeah, exactly, and that's of course part one.
That's part of maturity.
For the rest, it's just talking. That's talking with each other. Like the American this electoral system wasn't designed for two parties. It's based on the Dutch and English systems. They need more parties than two. Two parties always brings very big division, and even your founding fathers didn't want just two parties. And that's the problem that you have now. You have two parties, and if you vote independent, you just could as well have not have voted. And that's the fucking problem. And then the other side of that is you have too many parties. Like we have in the Netherlands, we have like what is it, 20 or 14 parties right now for the election. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, let's elaborate on what
I'm
you
sorry.
just said. So,
Yeah.
elaborating on what you said, all of politics is presented like sports. You have one team against the other team. You cheer for the team that you want to win, and we're expected to do that. But that lacks any sort of respect for critical thinking in the public discourse. And the basis for that is the Mockingbird Media CIA agenda.
Get this fucking thing to shut off.
They tell us what they want
okay.
us to think. So.
Instead of two parties working against each other and the one wins and the other loses, we have multiple parties. Like, let's say we have a middle party, like
the Patriot Party.
There's one middle party that's between the left and the right. Then there's one right party, a far right party, and there are a dozen or more leftist parties, because of course they can't work together and get their shit together, because there's one party for the animals, there's a party for green shit, there's a party for religious things, there's a party for the Muslims, there's a party for this, that, like the list goes on. But there's a party for everyone, so everyone feels represented and everyone gets their own choice in the thing. And
I had that too. Shut up.
it might not be the most beautiful thing, but
I heard that the Green Party in the Netherlands is actually a communist party. They just changed their name.
Yeah. I would agree with you. Almost. Not really communist, but like they like green shit, but they hate like nuclear reactors.
Doesn't make sense.
Shut the phone off. You believe it too. So
Exactly. Like, if you want to fix that shit, you do it with nuclear reactors and not with solar panels and windmills and shit like that.
People don't invest in it now. It's too long to return a profit. So that's
We don't even need nuclear.
Yeah,
the point is we have such technology right now that they don't even tell us about. So, I mean, we have like infinite energy already. They just keep that all hidden because they can't control it.
Nearly. Remember, the latest nuclear reactor worldwide is from the year 1995 or something. Like, we've been scared of this shit, but there's been 25 years of development in it, and no one is daring to.
As far as context, I mean, we've been traveling interstellar stuff since like. I mean, black budget project, skunk works type for. I mean, we have anti-gravity already. There's videos of UFOs. They even put them on the news now because they're trying to bring it out gradually into the public.
That went on Joe Rogan.
It's like a Space Force, I think, is a feeder system for what they're really doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, we have all the technology already.
I'm not afraid of space, man. Space is great. Space is the next shit. Like,
I don't think we have as much.
A few hundred years ago, we didn't even know America existed till we sailed over there and fucking murdered all the indigenous people and planted our own. And yeah, like, why not do that with space? It's the next shit.
Yeah, I always say this. Why is everyone not coming together and exploring space? Why is there so much war?
We're going.
Well, that is starting with things like SpaceX and Amazon trying and shit, but
it's the old doctrines of divide and conquer.
Yeah, and before that can happen, we need a world government, and I don't think many of us here would like that as of now.
Actually, no, we don't need world government. We just need to, I mean, it's all the same. If you look at accurate records of history, and you look at what happened in history, then you get an understanding of history repeating itself. And this is what they use against the agenda that we see before us. This is why we have all these lockdowns and such. Is to establish this one world government. They're destroying the dollar. They're devaluing currency. They basically want to get rid of any sort of cash and they call it.
Yeah,
it's economic warfare.
And because of that, buy Bitcoin.
The virus doesn't exist. I mean,
I'm sorry. I've been on Telegram already for 3 or 4 years because of Bitcoin. So
what they do is they silence people who are experts in the field, and they bribe them. Like the hospitals, they bribe hospitals to chalk everything up to COVID.
Yeah.
Deaths and all the sickness and
Nah.
everything. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
what we see is this ushering in of them actually like just killing people in every way that they can, whether putting them on ventilators or giving them vaccines, which is basically poison. That's how vaccines are supposedly work. They have mercury, toxic, all these toxins in them. And then basically people start dying all over the place. And they blame the anti-vaxxers or whatever. They'll blame whoever they want. It's all the old dishonesty. It's all a result of extreme dishonesty.
I was trying to get both.
Projecting, they call it, or reflecting.
I'm of course once again not sure how it is going in America, but wait a second. Actual trash, could you mute your mic? Would be nice. And Stella, actual trash, could you mute your mic?
Yeah,
I can hear kids constantly. Okay, great.
I don't know how
Thank
I
you.
got unmuted. My bad, dog.
No problem. Fuck, what was it? Shit, I completely lost my train of thought. So.
Well, you were
nice.
talking about you were on Telegram for several years, and you're aware of the vaccine problem situation and stuff. Well, I would say
sure.
that.
I've been on this site for a year, so I'm used to weird names and weird photographs and shit, and I myself have been named weird names as well. And of course, that's fucking great about this, because this shit, this app you're on, I'm not sure if even everyone knows how this app works or how it originated. But there was this Russian dude that wanted to talk, and privately, because of course he had some shady fucking business, and he made his app Telegram and devoted it to being private and shit. And that's why everything there is on this is encrypted up until your phone account, and only when you get those verification codes from your phone and shit, you can unlock them. But this dude, like I said, is Russian, and the Russian government doesn't allow any application there without a backdoor into it for themselves. And so since a couple of years, this dude has been on the run for the KGB, but at this moment also for some other Western governments, because everyone needs access, because anything can be traded here and done here. So never use your real name, never use your real picture, but for the rest, you're probably completely safe.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the only person in the world.
As long as you don't trade in child porn, that is.
Yeah, look, I understand. I'm one of the people in the world who understands what accountability means, because I'm the only person in the world with my first and last name, and I don't lie about who I am. Also, I don't feel the need. I mean, I understand reality and existence and everything like that. I mean, I know what it's like to be persecuted and all that. I've gone through it like basically my entire life, and I'm in the United States too. But so. What? I mean,
yeah, I agree, and I would love to do the same, but because this account's also linked to my my trading activities and Bitcoin shit and stuff like that, it's not smart for me to do that. So that's why we have me like this, and it's still probably connectable, but not as easy.
We have people who, for example, recently exposed election fraud in the United States, specifically in Michigan, for example, which is where I was since mid-July. Moved over there to live with my dad's side of the family, and so I was, kind of like with the pro-life group there for a while. This was my first job over there in Michigan, so I got into the election type thing, and we saw that someone in Michigan, like in the Detroit area, I guess, was living there. And one of the election fraud witnesses who testified was attacked. They were shot at by, when they were getting in their car. So there are people.
I saw the video of that.
Yeah, there are people who try to kill to cover up their truth, and basically what we see is a lot of crime in politics, like they act like a mafia.
Yeah, and that's because of money, and that's something I'm not sure if Netflix still shows it, but it's actually a Netflix documentary, or how the fuck you say it in English. I keep fucking it up. It's a story about Roger Stone. Let's see, Roger Stone on Netflix. It's a documentary of Netflix called "Get Me Roger Stone," and that's the dude. That's the reason why you have these problems now, because there's so much money in politics. Till this dude came around in the 1980s when Watergate around happened. This dude also is the reason why Watergate happened. He's the reason why lobbyists could get in, because lobbying was first, before he got there, it was forbidden, lobbying, and he changed the rules in such a way that it was allowed, but only in the way he liked, and it's a fucking travesty. I hope some of you would would go to watch it, because it literally starts with the first shot is that the documentary maker is with Roger Stone in the limousine, and he asks Roger Stone, everyone that we have talked about or explained your story has thought you have been the biggest dick in history. How do you think about that? And Roger Stone responded, I thrive on that shit. Watch that shit.
Can you give us a link to that video, please? I'd like to point out I have a collection of 193 videos about election fraud on my website, and I also have other curated, videos that I selected. That's at videos.galaxyverge.com. So I would put that video on there, but I can't do it right now. But
I'm gonna send the Google.
What's the website?
I'm gonna send the Google link, because I'm not sure how to.
I can see this website of evidence.
Right, so that's I'm just a forward about that, or a quick.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. See you later.
Forward about that. Yeah, just send it somewhere or something.
No, just a note about my collection of 193 videos of evidence. I sent it to Rudy Giuliani. I sent it to Joe Pags, who's a talk show radio host. You pick him up in Michigan. I sent it to all these people, and basically everyone who would be interested in it, I sent it to, and even people whose videos I included in there, and it's just all complete, I just get ignored. So I kind of gave up on trying to share that information with anyone, except on college stuff. So anyway, the link is videos.galaxyverge. That's GALAXY V as in Victor ERGE.com. So videos.galaxyverge.com, and then it's basically a table, custom design website. It's a table. You click on it, you tap it.
All right, I found it.
Cool. So yeah, you can view stuff by clicking or tapping on the row. So if you see a video, it's just basically a list, and you'll see two folders in there. One says warning graphic violence. The second one says elections. So the elections one is obviously in the elections folder. And then if you wanted to navigate back, you can do back on the web browser, or you can tap the back arrow at the top left on the page.
Yes, thank you. I can imagine my voice got a lot clearer right now, or not.
Your voice is coming through clear.
Okay, I know clearer than a few minutes ago because my computer out of nowhere got the idea to take it over from my phone. No, but I sent the link once in the chat, but that probably got drowned out. But the documentary I was talking about is Get Me Roger Stone, and if you search Roger Stone Netflix, you will find it. And to be honest, of course, it's from Netflix and from those kind of big guys. It's always more against the Republican narrative than you would like or I would like, actually. But I still hope some of you would like to see it and watch your way through because this dude is the reason your politics got fucked. Actually.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just sent you a video
right
of
now.
Roger Stone
I'm looking at it.
accusing Bill Gates of the fraud of the election. Check it out. It's a recent video.
Do you know if these videos have a torrent or something like that? Because this is what I do, like from.
Oh, if you torrent, have you ever heard of Streamio?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I've been using it for about 2 years, I think now. Looking at it, yeah, 1.5 to 2 years, I think. If you install that and use the add-ons, don't make an account. Just use a guest login because, of course, then you have less chance of actual tracking. Install some add-ons on it, so like the Pirate Bay and all the others, and well, it's kind of self-explanatory. But if you add them all, you can view about 99% of the things that are paid normally, and including series on Netflix, documentaries on Netflix, including the one I was just talking about, I think. Let me check.
Well, let me see if there's a torrent for it first, because that seems like it's simpler.
Oh yeah, sure, also possible.
Otherwise,
yeah, it's
Stream.io. Stream.io, you said?
Stram.io and Stramio.com apparently right now. I'll send it in the chat once. But also, if I can find a torrent, I'll find one second. Roger Stone Netflix. No.
Hi everyone. Any latest good news?
Thanks, I bookmarked that link. I'll look into that a little while there.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I can
it's pretty
find
awesome
it now.
stuff, man.
Well, it's handpicked things. I tried to do ones that are very definitive. I mean, not the elections folder. The elections folder. People, I did a poll on Telegram in my Galaxy Verge there, here on Telegram, and I asked people if they wanted just like all the videos I could find. And this was only in a short period too. 193 videos I got up there. I stopped after that. I'm like, that's enough. I'm done with the adding more evidence to that. So I asked them and whether they wanted it to be hand curated like the rest of the videos.galaxyverge.com, or if they just wanted like all the videos that I could find. And then they said they wanted all the videos that I could find, so I just did that. This is why it says it's like to be continued, because it took me so long to add all the details to them. I just stopped, and now it's a pain because I have to use my smartphone to go on the server. So that's why I'm not making progress with that. So don't expect to see anything more on that recently, even though I have a list of things like what Megalistus was giving us here to add at a later point, maybe when I'm back at my computer in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm of course not completely sure if it's up the hallway for the rest of the collection, but I do hope it is, because as a more what is it non-partisan person in this conversation, I think that especially the story about Roger Stone is very interesting, because also he is the one that got, or already in 1993, I believe, or 1983, one of the two. It's in the documentary. Wanted Trump to go for office already, like 40 years ago, because he knew how Trump would do and shit like that. And if you can't watch it, it's also a fun one to what is it?
Roger Stone talks on Band.video Infowars with Alex Jones a lot, especially recently since he can start speaking in since he was pardoned, because of the judges like to censor people. But under the guise, Roger Stone was pardoned. Yeah, because first his Trump commuted his sentence because Trump wanted him to countersue.
I think that after you see that documentary, you think it's a bad idea to pardon him, to be honest.
Well, he did kind of like really recently.
Yeah, he recently got pardoned indeed, but I honestly think that even though that everyone thinks that dude is okay-ish, or at least doesn't deserve punishment, will think different when they hear his history, because his history is a lot worse, or what you think is okay and the Democrats think is bad for what Trump did. Think it the other way around, that the Democrats did that did something you think is wrong, but times 10, and that's what Roger Stone did like 40 years ago for both parties. It's fucking
What did
travesty.
he do? What did he exactly do then? Summarize it.
He made sure that big companies could invest in politics. The reason why right now donating and things like that is so important in America is because of him. He made sure the rules got changed, that company like Microsoft could put in like 20 million or 40 million or however much the fuck they want into a Republican Party for their election. Well, before he was there, it wasn't allowed. Only
well, no, they're still not allowed to
people
lobby.
themselves could put money in. So, like, no company could put their money in a political party, which made it a lot harder to fund one to the extreme, to say it like that. And he made sure the rules got changed, Roger Stone, and for that he deserves to be higher on the list as people of as enemies of the American state. He deserves to be higher than what is it? This is Hussein. How's it fuckwit called? That sand eater boy.
Camel jockey, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that dude, the Hussein.
Saddam Hussein?
Yeah, Saddam Hussein. Yeah, Yeah, Roger Stone is higher on the list on the enemies for the American democracy than
no
Saddam
way.
Osama or something like that.
Well, they want to get rid of
Inshallah.
him
Who
because he
took him
knows.
off the list already?
They want to get rid of him because he knows about who they are and what they did. That's why they want to get rid of him.
No, he isn't on that list, actually. In my eyes, he should be higher on the list than anyone else. This dude literally destroyed your democracy. That's the reason why you have this division right now. Because of that dude.
Wait, which dude?
Roger Stone.
Are you saying he created lobbyists or just for
Yeah,
businesses?
he created lobbyists. In the way they are now, he created them.
Yeah,
He
well,
was the spin
corporate
doctor behind
money
that. No,
to
not
elect
corporate money. He was it. He got the money after that. He went to make sure that the money was able to be earned. He was the one to implement the rules that allowed this. Before he went on with his rules, you didn't have this problem with a company being able to give $1 billion to a party without a problem, because that's what actually is possible right now.
Yeah, lobbying's destroying
Citizens
America.
United decision by the Supreme Court is the one that had the most impact with campaign finance law.
It's in the 1980s already when this started.
Yeah, but the recent one 8 years ago, the Citizens United, that one basically took the made it a lot easier.
Of course, that gave him extra
blame Roger
power.
Stone for that.
No, they gave him extra power, but the reason they even had any power was because of Roger Stone. Because Roger Stone, he wanted to make more money than he actually could within politics, because he knew he was very influential and he could do shit the way he wanted and he could get shit done. But
Have you read
he
any
didn't
of
get
his
enough
books?
money.
Have you read
He
any of his
wanted more
books?
money. So
The thing is, he's not. Well, he doesn't hide any of those things. He even says that.
No, he doesn't. He loves it. He loves it. He thrives on this shit.
Well, not anymore.
Well,
you'll have to listen to him when he talks.
Well,
now I know there's a lot of trashing going on, especially.
I'm not sure, but watch the documentary I sent, because it literally starts with the maker of the documentary saying to him, everyone that we have spoken to that has heard your complete story has said you have been worse than Hitler. What do you think about that? He casually looks him in the eyes and explains, or says, I thrive on that shit.
Yeah, on the persecution.
No, wait a second. You thrive on the fact that people think that you are worse than Hitler?
Well, let me give you
I'm not sure I'm
some.
gonna believe that until I see that clip.
Yeah, let me give you.
Yeah, I might have taken a bit out of context or overdrawn a bit, but that's the gist of the first act.
You also okay, thanks. But you also have to note that as far as interviews and such, if you're familiar with Tommy Robinson and anyone who's given interviews to the BBC, for example, there's this documentary called Panodrama. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Tommy Robinson.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've seen
Yeah,
it.
so you should, because actually I think it's on my videos list, or it should be. I'll check, but
It's
it should be.
2019?
Yeah, Panodrama.
Oh yeah, I found it.
It's based off the TV show Panorama. It's Tommy Robinson exposed it.
Yeah, and he's not the only one who that happens to, but basically they do hit pieces instead of being honest in their documentaries. They turn them into hit pieces, personal persecution, and so what they do is they edit interviews and such like that. And it keeps going too. It's not like they stop doing this. They maybe give the person a slap on the wrist, or they, if it becomes, if it becomes like a worldwide thing where everyone knows now that this particular reporter in their organization is disreputable, then they'll fire them. But I mean, they still have the documentary up or something like that. It's a slap on the wrist type of deal. As far as any sort of remediation for lying about someone. So I'm guessing that this could be what you were talking about. That it could be
I
somewhere
haven't
a
seen it,
situation where
but
they
I'll
edit
put it
it.
on list and I'll probably watch it in one of the few coming days as I'm sitting at home doing about nothing but watching charts. So
Well, I'm
when I
thinking
have
it could
time.
be what you were talking about. Reminds me of if it seems like it doesn't make sense what someone's answer is, or it seems illogical, or it seems like it's like they're hurting themselves or criminalizing themselves in some way. Consider that it is likely or very likely that it could be that, in fact, this kind of thing happens where the interviewer asks a question and then the editor edits the answer that they're given so that it
Exactly when they
incriminates the person.
I agree. I must say I'm not sure if I watched it. Tried to watch it with the thing about Roger Stone because I've seen it a few years ago I think already. But that's indeed something. Don't cut away. Just keep it one camera moving and the whole conversation and nothing more. That's the most important fucking thing about investigative journalism or
This is
any kind of journalism.
That's what was used, like with Tommy Robinson or with A.V. Yemeni when he was being interviewed by someone else. In
the
a video
comedian
interview.
from America, right?
A.V. Yemeni had his smartphone out and surreptitiously recorded the interview, and that exposed that they were trimming or editing his responses, the recordings of the interview where he was giving his
that one
answers.
was really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really
bad
exposed. It really exposed that this kind of thing goes on a lot. And the media, as far as my personal experience, the media, I've been interviewed by the media, and I know others. I've actually interviewed other people who were disgusted with being interviewed by.
They only cut out what they want.
And they paraphrase things that are not in the ways that the people whose words they're supposedly quoting would word it or paraphrase it. I mean, it's like I send in comments to a newspaper, and they can't even take the 200-word maximum thing and they can't even copy paste it. I mean, they have to and then people ask me, did you say that? I'm like, well, maybe kind of something like that, because I didn't even read it. I'm like, well, just by my own experience, I'm like, did you really say? People ask me, did you really say that in this comments in the newspaper article? And I said, well, or in this letter to the editor, and I said, well, kind of maybe, I don't know.
If I might add something, you mentioned that he could, when he says he thrives on it, you interpret it as he thrives on what other people think about him.
No,
being
he
like
says.
Hitler.
He says. After it has been asked to him, the question to him is, everyone that we have talked to so far, that we have explained your whole story that we can see, has thought you were worse than Hitler. What do you think about that? His answer was, happily, in my eyes, I can remember happily, but probably if you watch it back, probably not certainly happily, it's probably debatable. But in my eyes, having it seen probably 1.5 to 2 years ago, happily saying, I thrive on that shit.
But my interpretation is that he thrives on the accusation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course.
But not about people thinking he's like Hitler.
Yeah, he likes being called the bad guy, or the worst one. He likes that.
I don't think in the sense of being the bad guy or being seen as the bad guy. He's a person that's used to litigation, and he goes through with it.
That made
and
the litigation
if someone
possible
falsely
for your
accuses
current
him of something,
system.
If someone accuses him of something falsely, he will go to court with it. So I think he thrives on it because he actually is one of those people that can make money off of it.
Yeah, because he countersues and stuff. That's
Yeah,
consistent
sure.
with his current what he says himself.
So I think there might be as well a biased interpretation of everything he says.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably or certainly I am biased in this. Because
I can tell you with certainty that
as
Netflix is biased, and they're going to be biased.
Netflix, of course, biased, but because of that documentary, I've been looking a bit more into him, and the problem is I can't find, in my eyes at least, a reasonable reason to disagree with what Netflix, at least in my eyes, tried to say about how this guy fucked the American politics, because he made sure that in the Nixon era, laws got passed that that allowed the current what is it, how do you call that shit, when lobbying, when the current lobbying wasn't allowed before he changed the rules, and he changed the rules in such a way that a year after he left or something, or even less or a bit more or something like that, when he left, he started a company that profited so fucking much from the rules he made.
Hey,
Oh man,
is anybody
he got
heard
so
that
rich.
Nancy Pelosi just gave somebody else her powers basically in the House? So
Did
where's
she?
Nancy Pelosi? Yes, literally, I posted it on there literally just now. Speaker
Yeah, I
came
heard that.
on.
Saw that. Yeah, there's a
I didn't
video
know
of
it
it.
was sent through.
Yeah, I've heard
Check it
that.
out on YouTube.
Give it
Did
to
you link it in the...
Debbie something. Can't remember her name was.
There's a video on
Yes.
Telegram floating around.
So
Can you
what's
try and send it in the chat without it getting drawn out?
I'll send it now again.
I'll send it to you, mate.
I want to see if
I haven't
She was
seen
doing
anything on the
60
news
Minutes
about
interview
that.
today. That's why she wasn't there.
I haven't seen
That's
or
also a
heard
thing. I saw
anything.
someone talking about the short on Tesla. Never fucking short Tesla.
Can you repeat that? I couldn't understand what you said.
Never short
I just tried
Tesla.
to send it again twice. I sent it once in the chat. I sent it again, and now I guess it put me on slow mode.
Oh yeah. Better start asking where's Nancy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Nancy wasn't at the little meeting or whatever that they had earlier today. She wasn't even there. No, she wasn't there.
But what's she supposed to be?
It's never that bitch never misses a beat to be there to rub it in our faces. I'm telling you, something's weird. You know, she never misses a beat, whether she's drunk or not.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe she has been arrested by now.
And it's interview today. That's why she wasn't there.
Whoa, that's
I'm
weird.
looking for it, but I can't see it. Did somebody just message it to me?
No, there's nothing wrong. It's a speaker pro tempore.
Hours later, found myself down at Subway.
There's nothing weird for you, right? Like we have this daily.
That's
Speaker
very
pro tempore.
weird coming from Nancy Pelosi.
Oh no, I'm not sure how it works, but in the Netherlands, a speaker pro thing is what they just said. That means that she couldn't be there, or there should anyone else should be there. So there's another speaker, and at least in our parliament, it's pretty normal. It happens. What is it? Once or twice a day at least.
Yeah, that has not ever happened to Nancy Pelosi.
Sure.
Ever.
Because for me, it's quite normal.
I'm willing to bet that it's probably pretty normal for us too.
Yeah, because he says it so.
Who actually thinks that Nancy
I
Pelosi
hereby
is
appoint to say
arrested?
Debbie Gengio as act as speaker pro tempore on the House. Yeah, that at least this should be normal discourse for the chambers, in my eyes.
Well, it's abnormal because for sure the past 4 years she's never done it.
No. Well,
I
are
wonder
you
what
sure?
they're talking
First of
about.
all,
You
are you
guys
sure?
see
And
that?
second of all, if she had just worked 24 hours or something like that, she had just a fucking crazy day yesterday,
Talking
and
about
she had
Pelosi?
1 hour of sleep, she wouldn't
Yeah,
sit here. She
we're
would let
talking
someone
about
else do it.
That
Pelosi.
she was arrested?
No, we don't know. We're wondering why she let somebody else take control of her powers over the House right now.
No, it
People got their little kids
a pro.
walking on here, little babies.
Hey, Colessos, your mic is still on. It's a bit a bit loud. Thank you very much. No, speaker pro tempore is nothing more than someone who who takes in what happens that day and relays it to the actual speaker, and they decide if it happens or anything happens.
Yeah,
They don't actually get to decide.
I'm not too
At least
keen
that's
on
how it here works here.
like what happens exactly. I'm not that involved politically, but I know in my little circle it's being sent around a lot, and I'm like, oh, that is kind of weird. There's a bunch of other crazy stuff being said, but I know one thing, that if you're spreading this information just because you're a retard, then that's gonna piss me off if it really doesn't happen, you know?
Well, that
Yeah,
tends to be the normal now with spreading misinformation. So I mean that's why we're just kind of, all you can do is just talk about what's going on, and you can speculate of what the outcome's going to be, but nobody's ever really going to know what's going to happen until the end anyway.
Well, in operations, they don't tell you what goes on because that compromises the
Yeah, that's
operation.
true.
They don't want to tell anyone, so because people talk and then other people talk and then it spreads like wildfire exponentially.
Not only that, like I said, in the Netherlands, this is daily routine. Like, I can't imagine it not being almost daily routine for you guys, because you have a bigger house, you have even more speakers, you have longer days and longer shit and fucking hell. But
Damn
I
sure have
can't
the longer shit, that's for sure.
well, you have more people in the house, you have more speaking time per day, you have you've everything we have, you have more of. And I think that if our speaker has once or twice a day a time when she has pro tempore, you probably also have that. And
yeah, no, and I don't disagree that it does happen. It's just very strange for all of us that try to stay informed, because we have never heard of her doing such for any time that I've been paying attention.
Yeah, I'm sorry to try and interrupt you, but like, have you watched the debates like, what is it, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yes.
Well, if you've been watching back then and been following a bit, this shouldn't, at least, it should have happened more than once in, except for this time. This should not be out of the ordinary, even though this moment might not be the best moment to do this.
What is out of
Only
the
if she
ordinary?
ran out of vodka.
Get the troll out of the room.
No, I'm not trying to troll. Like, in the Netherlands, it really works this way. This is standard fucking shit, mate.
It doesn't really happen that much here, as far as what I've seen. I've never seen. I mean, maybe I don't remember ever seeing this before, but I mean, you can look it up.
I think
let's
our
see if you can
standards here
find
in the U.S.
anything
might
about
be a
it.
little bit better than what happens in the Netherlands. This doesn't happen here in the United States.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
she ran out of vodka.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. If somebody were to tell me that the president would be blocked off of a bunch of social media sites 2 years ago, I'd say you were crazy. That's crazy.
I wouldn't have said you were crazy. I would have believed it.
I would have believed
I saw it coming, honestly, from 500 miles away. They were pretty lenient. I'm being completely honest.
They already took Gab offline too.
Yeah,
they're
and,
updating the servers.
Parler, the reason why we're here.
It's the
We've
reason
been
why
heading
all of us.
towards censorship since Tipper Gore.
Does anyone have the longer clip of this? Because the President pro tempore of the United States is what is
That's
it?
the
The
only
current
clip.
President
That's
pro
the only
tempore of
clip
the
that I
Senate
have.
is Iowa Republican Chuck Grassley, elected in January 3rd, 2019. He's the 92nd, 91st person to serve this office. So it's apparently an actual office to have this position. So it's probably quite normal that this person takes over from Pelosi.
Well, the thing is,
fucking office for everything.
Yeah, of course, it's bureaucracy, right?
Yeah, bureaucracy.
It's I can preach anything, but that's the same everywhere.
What stands out about this specifically is that it's the context of what is going on around DC and such.
It's an interesting time.
And then having her not show up when she's guilty of so many crimes, and when the army is everywhere, and apparently, preparing to shut down cities or at least communications and setting up their own and stuff.
That's Obama
wait.
and the 2 3-letter organizations, especially the FBI. They need to be scattered to the wind.
Yeah, every one of those alphabet soup organizations needs scattered.
The position he has is the position right below the vice president. So he probably got called up. The vice president probably got called, and because he couldn't be there, the second one got called, and that's President pro tempore. At least if I can believe Wikipedia, and
No, she never
do
made
think
never
I can.
Where
The function the function of him is to
One of my
replace.
friends got fired for going to the Capitol as well too. They fired him from his job, dude. It's fucking nuts.
If you go inside the Capitol,
I mean,
it's an offense.
Did they fire him?
Did they go inside?
How is that an offense, though? When we pay for everything that's in that Capitol building,
because that's in the fucking
Capitol,
law.
Dude. He was like a part of the rally in general, and they fired him because he had
The
posted
only-
pictures of it.
The only way you can
Like
go
that,
into the Capitol is through the official way, and that's been in the law for about a couple hundred years since you fucking started.
Well,
And that's why it's so
that's
in
not
my
true.
eyes so shameful.
Yo, Mega Lettuce, you need
Yeah,
to chill
sorry.
out,
A
dude.
couple hundred years, no.
You need to chill the fuck out. The Black Panther Party went into the Capitol building back in the 60s, late 60s or 70s. And before
Yeah,
that,
and how many of them got shot?
in 1932,
No.
there was the whole World War II veterans movement that invaded the Capitol also. So you need to chill the fuck out.
Okay, then I'm probably indeed wrong. Sorry.
They weren't charged when they did that. Now this is obvious.
Hello, guys.
Obvious censorship. They want to silence people.
Because my dad's side of the family is mostly Black Panthers anyway. Since I became a patriot, they disowned me, so it is what it is, man.
Oh, wow.
I mean, shit, man. Now since everything's happened, every other black friend that I've had has been on the conservative side.
Oh,
And,
absolutely. The walkaway movement.
And I know I have a lot of black friends. I mean,
Yeah. And
probably
have
10
you
or
asked
12, and
why
that's a lot
they?
for one white dude,
Have you asked why?
And they're all conservative. It's just crazy. Don't listen to the media, man. The media trust me, we're the majority.
Have you asked them? Yeah, of course you're the majority,
Yeah,
but that
exactly, man. And I respect y'all guys as Proud Boys and 3%ers and the whole gang, man, because y'all the one that's putting the information out there, and they just trying to silence y'all because y'all trying to speak truth.
Yeah. So any updates on the blackout situation?
No.
Well, if it don't happen before January 20th, I'm going to be pissed at a lot of people.
Okay. So, well, that's good that it's still kind of random. I take it they wanted to keep the surprise. But
Yeah, Army is still setting up. They're still, like a day late and a dollar short. But I think the notice about the blackout was meant to be they're going to start doing the blackouts at that point. or they're going to start initiating, moving forward with their plans of setting up for the blackout at that point.
Also,
It wasn't
could
like it's going to
someone
happen at this time and date.
Also, could someone please DM me the evidence that Trump did do the executive order or whatever it's called? I'm sorry.
Insurrection.
Insective order.
I'm tired.
Or it was an executive order he signed for the
X is
insurrection.
intersecting Y
Executive
at
order.
0.354.
Yeah, there we go.
So when did y'all say the blackout would start?
Well, I want to point out something real quick.
Nobody knows.
If you're gonna post it, you're gonna have to DM that to me because the chat's going stupid fast.
Yeah, chat's fucked, and the
Can I point out something real
admin
quick?
doesn't seem like to add others.
The most recent video that Trump supposedly posted to Twitter before his end to the Gab, before his account was deleted.
Was rightfully deleted.
It's a deep fake.
I don't
It's a
agree
deep
with
fake.
rightfully deleted, man. He's the
Yeah,
president
I'm
of the
sorry.
United States.
I'm just poking with a stick. Sorry.
He didn't actually make that speech. It's a deep fake. Obviously, Twitter and the other big tech people set that up because, in my estimation, he didn't even have it. They blocked him out of his account so that he couldn't delete that video before it was spread. And I did see in Google Cache results someone shared in his Parler account, or an account reserved for him on Parler. There were 2 posts that he made apparently on Parler that indicated that he was really pissed about big tech, and he said everything was a lie. But then his Parler page was hidden by Parler, and then that was just before big tech, Amazon Web Services shut down Parler.
I'm not sure if
Parler,
you've ever
by the
seen
way.
the best version of AI out there, because that's been used by South Park for their shit, and there is no better thing out there at this moment, and I'm pretty fucking sure of that. So this video that he put out is not fake.
Okay, thank you.
So the last speech that Trump apparently made is fake.
It's
putting
not
out
fake.
there. It's
not
a deep.
fake.
It is. It is fake.
It is. It's not. The best deepfake software there is out there is being used by South Park for their deepfake story shit. But this isn't a deepfake. It's fucking true.
Literally,
literally,
everything that you've said before you said that it's fake now makes you look dumb because that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fake.
I'm sorry, but it's not a fucking fake.
He's entitled to his opinion. You don't need to speak down on him. That's not right.
I'm sorry, but the fact that you
going back in office.
Like the fact that I might be wrong that it's a deepfake doesn't deny the things I said before, right? That's fucking ridiculous. I might be wrong on one thing, but
Either way, it's not worth the argument. It's a waste of energy to argue that petty shit until we actually see what goes down. It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, so
of course it doesn't gonna matter, but still,
you're 100%
the moment that people think that this is real, that is real life, that's just not true.
Impersonating a government official is a federal crime.
Yeah.
Big tech is so deep in it right now.
So is insurrection, you goddamn twat.
Well, you seem like a friendly little butterfly.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sounds terrible.
Is this dude flying an Italian flag but sounds Russian?
No, I'm
amazing.
I'm flying a Dutch flag and I am Dutch.
Oh my god, guys. You guys are so fucking embarrassing. It's
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Know the fucking world, bruh. Know where the fuck your constitution came from.
God damn,
The first version of the constitution came from the Netherlands. Our brothers wrote it. Exactly. We wrote your shit.
The first
Hey, I just want to remind everyone.
We brought
is
you
great, but
slaves.
maybe we should kind of remember. You never know who might be listening, right? And looking to mischaracterize what we say.
Guys, listen. This is a place where we're supposed to come together and talk.
I want to know how to talk in here.
We shouldn't be arguing and bickering about stupid shit. We should be talking about what matters, making a plan, That's really all this room is shit for people.
Exactly.
Arguing and bickering about stupid shit is
That would
retarded.
be
Hey,
awesome.
I have a
Okay,
productive idea.
Okay,
Why?
I'm sorry, and
What we should do
One
as a
person at a
class?
time, please.
Yeah,
I'll take
as
a
a
more
class, I
effective
think
role.
maybe we should
Way
consider.
too many people talking.
I think maybe we should consider, as a class, suing Amazon and those other companies
Can you hear
for
me?
for taking action against us, the users.
Yeah, I have
Most
Sydney
of them,
Powell's work
some
on
of them
that.
have been here long before the election was even an issue, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
I've been on Parler since June. All I saw was dank memes, and now there are people out there, hackers, who have my information in part because of actions taken by these other companies. They have infringed on our rights. I am a libertarian. You can see from my picture. I'm a transgender woman. I don't support Trump, but I support you guys' right to have a place to say what you want and to have a voice. We need to be ready to sue these people because you know what? Eventually, they will come after organizations that are like the Libertarian Party or LGBT organizations that fail to praise him. You know what else? You saw what that they want. They want the editor of freaking Vogue magazine to resign because he didn't make Kamala Harris look good enough.
Anybody want to
Okay,
take
I'm
care of
done. I
that
just
crying
wanted to say,
baby?
we should consider suing them.
Hey,
Why
miss,
is a baby on
Miss.
the feed?
miss.
This is disgusting.
Wait, miss.
Can
Did you
you
write
guys
down what you were
hear
about to,
me?
what you were saying here?
Just let me know you guys can listen to me.
Miss,
Yeah, we
did you
can
write
hear you,
down what you
Veronica.
were about to say here or what you just said? Because if you didn't, think about what you just said, write it down, and say it normally and within like, what is it, 5 or 6 seconds, because otherwise everyone is going to get
Alright.
mad at you.
So I let my folks in on
We
this.
need to sue Amazon. Sue
Yeah,
them for violating our rights.
No, you should vote for the people that are trying to break them. There's a
Don't
Congress.
sue Amazon.
What
There's a
right
Congress.
is Amazon violating?
What rights is it
Freedom of
Taking
speech,
down
freedom of
servers
press.
of Parler.
No, that
Destroying
is
small
not what the
businesses.
First Amendment covers.
Destroying
The First
small
Amendment is
businesses.
to keep the government from
Destroying
limiting your
small
freedom of
businesses.
speech. Private companies can do whatever the fuck they want with terms of services.
I bet you'd love to sit there and get a check all day and eat your way to
sure.
happiness.
Which is why maybe that's an argument to have the social media publicly owned.
The person that just said that. At what bank can you get a loan for a blowjob?
Oh, there's a bank for that?
At what bank can you get a loan for a blowjob? Please tell me, because if your reasoning is right, then all rules should be discarded, and that should be possible. I should be able to get a loan if I give someone a blowjob.
I want to mention something. For the question about Amazon, that would be the same thing about AT&T or Verizon. Just quit your phone right now because they just don't like what you said.
Yep.
It's the First Amendment. It's not a hard thing to understand.
Yeah, the First Amendment works for people, not for companies.
I mean, you
That's
can't
right.
just shut down the voice of the people.
Fuck the companies. The people should be able to live.
I was saying that we all should boycott Amazon, which we did this morning. That's bullshit.
We should, but
start supporting small businesses because that's what's going to keep our country running. All these franchises like Amazon and the other online options to shop with, you guys, they are going to shut our country down.
And can I advise you, while you do that, vote for the people that are actually trying right now in Congress to break Amazon, Facebook, and Google apart. Vote for those people because they are helping you for your future. It doesn't matter what party it is.
Some of them just act like they're helping, like Pence.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's both sides.
Exactly,
right now,
but
it is both sides. Both sides are corrupt.
But like,
and like Bill Barr.
No, but right now, what was it? Recently, the investigations from the Senate into Facebook, Google, and Apple or something. the people that were
Let
asking
us
questions
talk for a
there,
little bit.
They've been
watch that
questions like
debate
every
Who here
day
remembers
for
and
a
how?
vote
few
for
years
those
now.
people.
Who here remembers how the Prohibition Amendment got passed? Back in the 20s, there was this group called the Anti-Saloon League. They would vote for politicians of any party that would vote for prohibition. We need to vote for politicians of any party who will break up this monopoly, because this monopoly
That's
is
what's
only
up.
to
We're not
reach
gonna
out to
have
us.
another elections anymore.
Because
Well, you will.
In all
Exactly.
this,
this
we're
Any
not
other
going to have another
election,
damn
any
election because
other
the
election
CCP is
that
going to
you
take
have,
over this whole fucking country.
they will come
any other
after
election that
everybody
we
who
have is
believes in
going to be
free
rigged
speech.
now.
Okay. The thing
Go
is,
ahead and say it. I appreciate you being transgender and still standing up for what's going on right now, brother.
And it doesn't matter
yeah,
about
exactly.
being transgender, gay, black, white, Chinese.
No,
It doesn't
exactly
matter
that.
what nationality you are,
CCP is
what
bad.
section you are. You should
Exactly.
have your freedom of
Dissident
speech.
groups,
CCP is
all
always bad.
dissident groups will
I'm for
eventually
all
be blocked.
rights. I'm for all rights, and I don't think people should limit anyone's rights unless it's harming other people.
Or
Exactly.
Chinese
Thank
life.
you. That's why I'm a libertarian.
Same.
I think most of us fall in under libertarians.
I'm pretty
True.
sure I'm without a party these days.
I'm a
It's so dangerous.
constitutionalist.
Like
Has
our most
anybody
right
ever
party
read?
is your left.
Has anybody ever
I
read
voted
Atlas
for
Shrugged?
Obama first term.
Oh.
Ah, fuck yeah, brother. Good shit.
Has
We had
anybody
hopes,
actually
but then
read
he fucked
Atlas
it.
Shrugged?
Watch the movie. Does that count?
Probably not.
Oh, damn. Didn't work in high school either.
Don't you know the movie is always worse than the book
In the
if you
world
know
that are
people
on my
that read
side.
the
We
book?
will prevail. Rights
No, but
matter for
I'm sorry,
everybody.
no, we didn't. What's
Exactly.
the thing you want to say about it?
Ah, I love the freedom. I love the actual, you know, when society goes against you, you shrug it off and you create your own.
That's what we're all doing right now. We have no choice.
Well, yeah, but
How can we all
I've been listening
organize
this.
though?
I've been
How
But
listening
can
here's
we
the
all
thing.
organize?
Here's the thing. Do you guys not think that this is the blackout right now, where they are banning all of us from freedom of speech? Don't you think that's part of the blackout?
Yeah, exactly. How can we all
Exactly, it
organize
is
and
the
tell each
blackout.
They
other?
are shutting us
How do
down.
we
They're
all
trying to
organize
keep
and
us from
tell each other
organizing.
not to use this media, that media?
It's
And
You
I
know,
mean,
it's
basically,
hard for us
it's
to
us
get it
leaving
out.
this. It's basically leaving it all into
Okay.
Trump's hands, because we have no way of communicating other than for platforms like this until this gets shut down. It's going to be one after another. They're going to keep trying to do their part on shutting us down.
And that's
Yes, censorship.
For 2 hours off and on all day long. I just listen. And what I've been hearing is a lot about like religion and all of that, but everybody's getting sidetracked of the Constitution.
Exactly.
It's
Here's the thing: we are already at World War III right now. It's all cyber. That's where we are. We are in the middle of a war right now.
I don't believe it's World War III. I think
I
it's
do.
more
It's
of
coming
a
to
Cold
it.
War.
This is the start of our next war.
It's a Cold War.
It's not cold. It's going to be deadly, and it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, but it's been going on for a fucking decade already.
Yeah, but just because it's been going on for a decade, don't you think it's going to come to a head eventually?
Of course, but the problem is with China and Russia,
like
not with
the only reason
our
I'm bringing
countries.
this up is because listen this for an hour. I suggest everybody read the book from Iran.
Tail wagging the dog.
And I'd suggest everyone read the book I'm about to send once more. Rutger Bregman, Humankind, A Hopeful History. Yeah, wow. A hopeful history.
There's some information bombs dropping in chat, guys. Just a heads up.
Read the book I just sent.
What
Rutger
kind of
Bregman,
bombs?
Humankind,
Information
A Hopeful
bombs.
History.
Just look. I kind of wish they would just
The
pen
chat's
important
going
stuff.
so fast. Can you just say which ones they
What
are?
is this book?
Okay, how about let me go ahead because they just let's see. There's one to the White House explaining what they just declared, and it's the Columbia Emergency Declaration. Sorry.
Can you go on there and just respond
Yeah,
to them
from
so
the
they pop
11th
back
to
up in the chat
25th.
for us?
Okay, hold up.
In the book I sent is 50 pages of references.
The chat just goes too fast for everybody to keep up with. Everybody's just dropping stuff in there, so it's like, oh my god.
If you go to if you click on the name or something, you can
Oh,
go to the
that's
pictures,
okay because
videos, and
they're
files.
spamming it. They're spamming
And
it.
in the
And I
last
say
few
any
files,
troll that's in there, we just need to block them so it just blocks their shit out, so we're not seeing it and it's not bogging down the chat.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm into.
Block them.
I've been trying to contact
You
the
can
admin
go and just
and
block them individually.
You're screaming about freedom of speech. It shows that you actually do understand it, don't you?
no, you
Oh,
block
I
our
can already
bots
tell I don't
because
like this lady.
this chat has not
No, it's
even
not
seen
blocking
any
out
bots
their
yet.
freedom of speech.
All
They're
right.
This
trying to
chat,
bog down our freedom of speech. It's a little different. They're coming on here just to antagonize us. That's way different.
like the
Just
country
calm
band
down,
Company
folks.
is
Calm
different
down.
because you keep getting freedom of speech all mixed up. You keep forgetting that the First Amendment covers the government regulating your speech, not a private entity, which you have literally no right to participate in.
Lady, I hope you're not aiming at me because you are clueless.
Let's just calm down now. Perhaps it's bedtime.
Yeah, she needs to go take her night meds and go ahead and zone out somewhere.
maybe you should.
No.
Well, to be fair, it's like
Nah, just kidding. I'm just poking in the hornet's
I
nest.
respect
Yeah,
everyone's
you are.
right to freedom of speech.
Sorry.
But
As
when trolls
long
come
as
on
it
here
doesn't
just
get
dropping
your way.
stuff, we can't keep up with what's going on.
well, it's not trolls. It's just a disagreement. Now, what was the disagreement about?
Oh god.
Let's not go there. Let's go to the next topic.
I just
Okay.
want to go and look at the stuff that you're pointing out in the chat.
Oh,
There's a
I've
lot,
been.
lot going on. It's
I
going
am
to 15k people here.
I am just spamming it right now, and a lot of other people are also spamming it, but it's from whitehouse.gov.
Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with the admin to clean a bit up, to make it a bit better, but the admin also is not really known to this program, apparently.
Oh, I am. Oh gosh.
I've been here years and this hasn't happened in any chat.
To be honest, I think we just need a separate channel for the ship posting. That way, people who want to join just exclusively to ship post have it when important stuff is here.
That sounds perfect.
Because I've seen both informative and ship postery.
We'll call it the Karen Show.
I get that people want to shit talk and all that.
Yeah, you have to
but
dig, right?
honestly, I just want to know like what's going on. And unfortunately, we're not going to get that from mainstream media.
Okay, talk again, because if you talk, I can actually see you.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't.
Okay, I love my president. Is that your name?
Yes,
Okay.
that's me.
I'll send you a message, because it's honestly just impossible.
Read.
Okay, who was the other lady that was
Thank you.
talking?
It was me.
Alright. Oh boy, all of you are new to Telegram. This is funny, because I've actually been here for a long time. Anyways, I gave you some information.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you. No, this is amazing.
There. I guess we're gonna just have to resort to DMing if we want to actually send links.
Okay.
Or
that means
chat.
direct message. If you're not familiar with terminology.
Yes.
I'm just trying to inform because I know some people here aren't very tech savvy. There we are.
Dude, spam with like ringtones and playing
I-
stupid songs continuously, so that we can't hold a conversation in the chat.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, I'm not surprised because some of the people who voted for Trump are literally from 4chan, so you got them in the mix, and they're a special type of awesome.
Yeah, they are.
They're a special type of awesome. They're the reason why this is even possible, because they were messing around with things.
Have any of you
All
guys
right,
heard
so
anything
I'm
else on the
actually
Pope?
curious. With all of the stuff that we've been seeing, like I've seen so much. Do you guys really think that the whole like sex trafficking rings and stuff are really tied to like in with Pelosi and Biden and the
I'm
rest
not
of it?
sure.
Because there's been so much of it.
Because to be honest, Michigan's kind of the biggest sex trafficking ring there is. We have a real issue here. My sister's been a victim of that.
Well, I just know like when Parler was up, like I was seeing like pictures of
Hold up, I'll
stuff
be
that
right
was
back.
dropping.
You saw pictures of what?
Someone was dropping pictures of like Hunter Biden's laptop, and I just, you never know what to believe. Like you just, you know.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. I've got videos. I've got
Yeah,
it
and
all.
yeah, me too. I screenshot them, and I've got all kinds of shit.
Weird stuff.
I know it's
there.
something that everybody needs to see, but I'm pretty sure people do need to stop sharing that.
Yeah, I saw some
Yeah.
pictures. I did not want to screenshot them.
Yeah, that's got bad news written all over it. I understand we need to know the truth and actually prove what's going on, but that's a pretty big risk to yourself.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, sister told me Ohio is also a big thing. It has
Well,
a big sex trafficking ring, so yeah.
Yeah, they say
Sex
it's pretty bad
trafficking
here
has
in
always
Nashville, too.
been through the power and the money, and yeah, governments have done it forever.
So do
Right,
you
when
guys
you're
think that
when
we're
you're to the
actually going
level
to
of
see any of
rich
this come
they
to
are,
light?
what do you trade in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they used to do.
Follow the money.
It's honestly really sick. It's so vile.
It is.
It's so
It
sick.
is disgusting.
We need to pick their trees out now.
I couldn't imagine somebody doing something like that to my child. Like, oh my God. I just couldn't imagine.
And, you know, as much as I hate to say it, the church has always been part of it.
I mean, like, I heard about that as I was growing up, and, you know, that was over 25 years ago.
Depends what church.
The Catholic Church.
I never really heard about it in church. Just
It's
Wait, are we talking
beyond
about
just
church?
Catholic churches.
Hey, I made it through.
Wait, you guys
Not specifically every Catholic church, but in general, the church.
if you want to see something worse than a Catholic church, try Muslims.
Oh, well, yeah.
okay. So, do you guys think the Pope was actually arrested?
He should be.
I mean, he should be, but do you guys think he was?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
He wasn't, but I think he should. I think
And
all
I
of them.
know that he has ties to Biden because
Oh, yeah.
Biden made a huge deal about it during the election.
We all know he should, but the problem is that they're not going to do anything about it because he's a fucking pope.
Well, do you guys think the blackout
Vatican.
was a real thing, or do you think it was a hoax
Yeah,
when
no, it
supposedly
was-
it took
it was
place
a
in
real
the
thing.
Vatican and Pakistan?
Well, like somebody also has already stated, the blackout has already happened.
Yeah.
You just have to realize when the blackout happens, it starts small.
Right.
And the freedom of speech.
Road closures when the Vatican went dark. Wonder what they were moving out of the Vatican when they shut all those
And
roads
then
down.
there was a video that I
Pope
watched
and the
of
Prime
somebody
Minister
like
of Italy.
trying to completely debunk the Vatican being blacked out. And they had their
No.
cell phone holding
No
it
way.
up in this video.
It was a live stream.
I watched
Yeah,
it.
I know it was a live stream, but they were showing in their video, they had their cell phone holding it up, showing the Vatican live on their cell phone in this video saying, look, it's right here live. It's lit up behind me. And I'm like, this is just so freaking crazy.
No, the whole
I'm
live
saying-
stream was dark, and yeah, the Vatican was dark.
What you want to know?
I mean, I've seen the lives for the
Also
Vatican. It's been dark
Afghanistan, too.
every single time.
Well, traffic cameras in DC on Constitution Avenue south of in the area of the White House, the camera feeds were cut. and specifically on Constitution Avenue, just south of the White House, in the White House area. So they're trying to hide something as far as their activity.
In and out.
Wait, is Parler still down? Because what? Oh, guys, I think Parler's active. Oh,
What?
it was active
Parler's
for.
not active.
It was active.
No,
it wasn't
it's
active
not.
for a second for me.
Yeah, no.
And then it went away.
I stayed up until way after midnight, and it got shut down like right at
I
midnight.
did. It's a spinning wheel.
They said they were gonna be. I don't know what they mean by back up tomorrow. I have no idea what time zone they are.
Problem is that nobody do not want to give him any access for a building to put servers in, and lawyers is already walking away from it because they already have been threatened by what's been going on from you know what I'm saying, the government and all that bullshit.
That is very hard to do in the U.S. economy, and it happened organically.
Wait a minute, Trump has an OnlyFans. Okay.
Wow, that was
Oh, I
visual.
seen that.
I'm
I
not
did
looking
see
at
that.
You cannot make me.
Right now.
Oh, it's a joke post from Donald.win. Thank you for being a joke post. I'm like, wait, he's got an OnlyFans account. What? I mean,
no.
Would they censor him on that, or would they just?
That is gross.
Dude, they wouldn't censor the good stuff if you know what I mean.
In like a thong or something.
No, stop. Now I can't get out
Yeah,
of it.
someone just typed to me, "What the fuck?" just now.
So I wonder how bad Pelosi's fuming right now, knowing that the impeachment was denied.
Oh,
I hope
everyone's
she's
saying that she
fucking
loves
fuming.
Trump because of how much she's been talking about him.
Oh, I bet she's fucking fuming.
Oh, she's fuming because she ran out of vodka.
Well, fuck, yeah. She like grant a donation and send her like a fucking case of it. So she just drinks the shit. Yeah.
Somebody like this too. Strychnine too.
Yeah, Tito's is gone.
I'm
She's
sure
like,
I've got a bottle of
Strychnine that shit.
keep her shut the fuck up.
This is so great though. It's like Nancy Pelosi literally can't stop talking about Trump. It's
She
like
is the fucking devil. She really is.
She really is.
I mean,
no,
she
she's
is.
just a glorified Karen. That's all she is a glorified Karen.
Oh no! She needs
No,
to
she's evil.
capitalize like every letter in Karen for her.
Just want to make sure you guys can listen.
She does agree that we should change the name Karen to you're not a Karen, you're a Pelosi.
Wait a minute, Karen. There's Karen, then there's Linda, and then there's Pelosi, which means you're.
She gets two names. She gets Karen, but the last name's gonna be Karen too. So.
Besides the level, you guys see they declared a state of emergency in Washington. No,
Why? When?
Because they're gonna stage a bomb or whatever. That's
Well,
what they're.
I was watching the air traffic earlier, and there was absolutely no air traffic around DC again today. All there were a couple of helicopters,
That happens,
which were
though.
police and interior.
Hold up, I'm just gonna mention something on tweet so people can just get notified preempt. Hey, so there might be a bombing in Washington D.C. because they're trying to set up Trump.
Maybe that's why she was trying to get the new codes.
Yeah.
God, she is so insane.
Fuck, I may keep
He's speaking tomorrow in Alamo, Texas.
If Biden were to get in office, that would give
Alamo, Texas. Trump is going to speak tomorrow in Alamo, Texas.
Oh yeah?
Where are you seeing that at? Because they keep saying Trump is going to speak.
I'll send you the link right now. The screenshot I just took from Right Side Broadcasting.
Oh yeah, right side's really good.
But do you
Planned
think
for
that
like 2 weeks. That has nothing to do with it. He's been planning on speaking there. It has something to do with giving somebody a medal or something. That's been planned.
Okay,
Yeah, that was
it's planned, but because of
down
all
on
the
the border.
circumstances, what do you think?
Wow,
he's
am I
still
really
gonna go?
struggling to spell
Nothing.
Washington?
Nothing. Yeah. I think people have a lot of false hope for what's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen.
You guys really feel that way?
So you do think he's going down there?
He's already there. He's been in Texas. This has been planned. He's giving medals out. That's part of the end of his term.
Dude, maybe we'll
That's what
just
he's
finally
supposed to do.
secede and Trump will be president of Texas and fuck all y'all.
I
know.
No.
I'm with you, sister. I'm in San
Florida
Antonio.
too, okay? You can include Florida with that because at least Florida didn't vote stupid this year or last year.
I'm with you.
I have to say, like, I don't usually have hope in Florida, but for once, like, we don't look like the idiots.
If Trump
We'll push for Texas to leave the
now,
union.
I'm moving there too.
Yeah, for
Y'all
sure.
are welcome. Come on
Leave
down.
the union. We'll all go to Texas.
That's
We'll all vote Trump for president of Texas.
Just don't bring
Yes,
Democrats.
I think he went there. The report was that he went to Texas for a while.
No,
met up
I'm
with
allergic to
Army Special Operations, SOCOM. And then he got on the plane and was commanding from there. He was scheduled on the weekend to go to Camp David in Maryland, but that was canceled. That would have been the Navy, and
It might be like 20 miles from me.
All the Texans need to call their senator to so they can secede from the union, and we'll all move to Texas to make Trump president.
There you go. I'm good.
Sounds like a plan.
Right, now we got a plan. Let's get to it. Let's get everybody from Texas and start calling them senators.
That's a great plan.
And I think Texas is like one of the few states that has it in our constitution that we can secede.
Well, it's because Texas is the only state that's not owned by the
After they left
United
Mexico.
States of America.
No, Texas, when they left Mexico in 1844, they were their own nation for 5 years. And then when they joined the Union, they reserved their right to secede from the Union. They're the only state in the United States that has that right to secede from the Union.
Rob is 100% correct.
Movement to push for Texas to secede from the Union and vote Donald Trump president of Texas. And that would be our Republican nation.
I like variety, but yeah, basically we're gonna have to do that. Okay, I just tweeted it out. We're gonna just see how ruined the plans get.
75 million people is a lot of people to put in Texas, though.
75 words.
Taking it to the max. I'm so proud of you.
All right, let's push for Texas.
Okay, how about this? We'll make every other state that voted for Trump part of Texas, so Texas becomes really big.
Once Texas succeeds and starts becoming a Republican nation, best believe there'll be a couple states to follow suit. I believe that
for sure. So then just build a bridge from Florida to Texas, and we can skip a few of the other states that didn't vote right. I mean, it would work.
We don't need to build a bridge; just have a teleporter there, like they have in Star Trek.
They have not.
I mean, we could also
released that yet.
extend the Mexican wall too around those other states.
Amazon.
Hey, for the wreck, Pennsylvania, right there.
Unfortunately, a lot of people that are moving to Texas are actually from liberal states, and that's actually what scares me and my family.
Absolutely, it there.
In Nashville for the past couple years. California, Michigan, New York, New Jersey, coming here in droves, trying to change the laws. They were back home.
But if you have a
Island,
mass
and I just
exodus
read that
of
Bill
Republicans
Belichick
leaving
is
everywhere
not
else, specifically coming to Texas, it'll make a statement.
A statement that y'all dumb as fuck and didn't learn anything during the Civil War. Yeah, that's about right.
To leave the Union? What do you mean? Texas has the right to leave the Union. Learn some law, learn some history. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, see, the southern states didn't have an agreement to leave. But technically, by the Constitution, they had the right to leave. But Lincoln didn't agree. But Texas...
I live in Texas. I live in Texas, and the way I understand it, 26 states can go with Texas if we secede.
So my husband's showing me that there's a front page news article in Australia talking about the Biden child porn shock. I'll have to drop it in the chat.
Oh, once that shit comes up to the surface and everyone sees it, that's when everyone's gonna be, what the hell is this? Who's echoing? Oh, okay, that was weird. Anyways. Oh, it's this person. Oh. But yeah, once that stuff comes up, I won't be surprised that he would be instantly removed. Do you people really honestly want someone from Epstein's Island?
Okay, so going back, do you guys really think that do you guys think he's still alive, or do y'all really think that he?
Hillary didn't like him, so he disappeared.
I think he's alive.
I think he's alive.
I think
Yeah.
he's alive.
He's got a lot of info.
Yes, he does.
He's a treasure trove.
Plus, he had a hell of a lot of money.
I think, honestly, Trump gave him his silent pardon because I think Trump knows his days are numbered when he does get back out wherever he is, and people find out that someone will take care of that eventually. So it's just using him to get the bigger ones, basically all their asses done. Did you send me that?
Heard they were putting more stuff on Hillary.
Who are y'all talking about? Epstein being alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not read the history of Hillary Clinton? Everybody she's worked with that she doesn't like has disappeared magically.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
I want to know about this
shot themselves
Junior thing going around.
Yes, they have committed suicide, even though it's impossible for them.
Okay, I'm going to drop the picture. My husband just came across, it's the actual newspaper article in Australia, but I don't see a date on it, so I'm just going to drop it. You guys can make your judgment on it.
What do y'all think about the JFK Jr. thing?
I think that's pretty badass if it's true.
Exactly. And then all this thing about Kayla McEnany being his daughter.
I think it's going to be pretty, if that all comes, I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit.
Exactly.
So if all this shit comes, I mean, if it all comes to light, it's going to be pretty fucking epic.
See, I'm wondering because here's the thing. Whenever he got cremated, like the day, 2 days after, that's never happened.
It's crazy. But I mean, some of this has to make sense.
It has to.
I mean, they can't just say it's all conspiracy. There's no way. This is all tied together almost too perfectly.
Exactly.
All right.
I mean, actually, good point. We all should just shut back on Facebook, drop it in our feed, and if they fact check it, then we know it's real shit.
Oh my God, they would have a friggin' fact check overload.
Right.
Oh, I'd like to see Zuckerberg's head when all that dropped.
Oh, and he's part of the damn child pedo ring too.
Amen.
I'm not surprised.
Fucking sicko.
He is like a walking, talking of exactly what a pedophile player card would look like.
His ass, he just got too cocky thinking Facebook grew up and expanded as large as it did, and he didn't think it was going to catch up to him. I think it's going to catch up to him.
Well, I seen the thing.
I'll tell you this: once all the rats get cleaned out of our system, we're gonna probably go back and there's gonna be a bunch of people not here anymore.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. You know, it sucks though. Unfortunately, my business is actually through Facebook, and so like I'm fucked anyways.
Oh, honey.
So that's what it is.
I'll just find an alternative once Parler gets back online.
I'm having to get with all my customers. I mean, like, I'm gonna have to use some kind of other platforms or something because
All right, well, I'm gonna get to bed. See ya.
Night.
Conservative voices.
My husband's
Send me a DM. Okay.
I feel I need a crazy check.
That's what he said. He was like, I am so getting you committed.
Okay. Can somebody, because my I think I'm under attack. I was there at the January 6th. Anyways, I just got a text message from a friend. It's coming from americanow.com, and it says breaking: Trump declares emergency in D.C. It looks new. It says message from Trump, but I can't open it. It won't let me open it.
What, did you see the big satellite things they were putting up on the cell towers
Yes,
up
I
there?
saw that. Yes.
What about the person that was dropping it in the chat earlier with the stuff that one of her neighbors was voicing on Parler? They said that their neighbor got picked up.
Holy crap.
That was in the chat like way earlier today, and I was like, holy shit. And if they got hacked, like, I guess we're all going to be fucked.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I mean, good luck, I guess, trying to find where I live, but I mean, I'm sure they'll be able to eventually find it.
Well, they'll see all my posts, so I'm not worried.
I know.
They're coming for me sometime soon.
Well, all I gotta say is just make sure you pray to Jesus before you step through the threshold of my front door. That's
Exactly.
it.
I'm ready.
They may walk in, but I'll drag them out.
I mean, we probably gonna be seeing Jesus together, so there's that.
We'll just walk in arm in arm.
Shit, I ain't even worried about it. I've been on watch list since I was 14. But
Well, shit. I
Oh,
don't know how old you are now.
Boom,
You're doing
baby.
pretty well then.
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi. Does anyone know when Parler's going to be back up?
They said it was gonna be down for a while.
Okay. Have you guys seen that video from that guy that from?
I can't hear you.
Whoever's watching TV or with music in the background, can you mute your chat, please?
Okay. I'm just wondering if you guys seen the video with the British guy telling you everything's going to be okay?
Say that again.
There's a British man that has got a video out, and he's very reliable, and he knows Q, and things are going to be okay.
Can you drop it in the chat so we can view that source ourselves?
Okay, hold on.
Q is not real.
Yes, it is.
So there's like talk that I guess we're talking about. What?
Q's not real.
You guys are insane.
The gay Jewish Congress is.
Very real.
You guys are insane. It's
He's
insanity.
an informant.
It was insane. Well,
Gay Jewish Congress. Okay.
They're the ones joining you.
You know what? At least
so
the
have fun
women
with
on
that
here
shit.
are being more civil.
I'm
Brian
Southern
James
redneck. I
here.
don't know about no Jewish. No.
What?
That
I
wasn't
said I am
me.
Southern redneck. I know nothing about no Jewish Congress.
Do you know this stuff is being recorded and how insane you appear right now?
Really?
Wait, can she say that again? So I can.
I want to make sure that you know that people are coming in here and ratting you guys out. This massive public dump is about to become available.
Okay,
all of
so we're in third grade and we're tattletelling on people. That's what you're saying.
Snitches
Oh,
get
absolutely.
stitches.
Wait a
We're booting
minute,
you out.
Chase, you're not one for conspiracy theories, so why are you
Exactly.
talking
Yeah,
about
get
it being
out.
recorded?
Dude,
And
I'm
what?
doing
Okay,
research.
again, does that matter that we have freedom of speech? I mean,
I'm
we're
Apparently
falling
not.
into the First
research.
Amendment again, don't we?
I'm coming into your tiny little caves and doing research and outing you like millions of the rest of us will be doing over
Hey,
the
question.
next
Who'd you
4
vote
years.
for?
Okay, well,
Who'd
you
you
can
vote
go
for?
on your platform
Obvious.
and keep writing it somewhere. You go for it.
I voted.
I
He voted
have the
for the
right to.
demons. He's on Satan's side. Just kick him out.
Oh my God! I voted against Trump. I voted against
Oh,
Satan.
well,
That's
congrats.
clearly.
We're so
I
glad that
clearly
you're
want
voting
to.
for Trump. We have a
Chase,
He's a lizard person.
do you like to
Draconian,
sniff little
guys.
children?
Just be
Hey,
reporting. You need to keep reporting. So what? We have freedom of speech. Get
I
over
know
it.
you
We have
do.
our views.
I know you do. I know
Just
you
like
do. And
we do.
I love all of you. I love all of you.
Well,
Okay.
we love you as a human being, but your views suck. How about that?
Well, when they're based on lies and misinformation, they do suck.
Not
Well,
based
it's
on
fine.
lies.
You're
It's
programmed,
not
buddy.
based on
You're
lies. Like, do you know
hypnotized.
how
You're
many
the one
people
that's
showed up at
programmed,
Capitol
not
Hill? Like,
us.
are you kidding me?
You're the one that's programmed, not us.
I see.
Exactly.
We're
I
woke.
see.
You're
Okay.
not.
All right. All right.
Hey, guess what, buddy? We all think for ourselves. That's
Really?
a huge difference.
You
Yes.
guys are sheep.
You're
Oh
the
my
sheep, you
God.
dumbass.
I thought you came in here buying.
You're
Is that
the
the
sheep.
sound coming out of your mouth? Are you buying to us?
Am I what? Am I
Yeah,
lying to you?
yeah, that definitely sounds like a sheep to me.
No,
I'm not
all right. Let me ask
Yeah.
you a serious question.
Okay, you guys, he still sounds like a sheep. Where's the rest of your herd at?
Let's be civil.
Is that another baa? Is that a baa? How do you do it? I mean, because I'm not really good at live. Is that a
Can we ask
Perfect.
each other
You
questions?
really do sound like you're baaing perfectly today.
Can we ask each other questions?
Go back to your barn. Go back and find your herd. Bye.
Can we ask each other questions, or is that not possible?
Not when you're going to come in here and say, I'm outing all of you guys and I'm recording you like a fucking snitch. Snitches
True
get
that.
stitches and they end up in ditches. So bye.
Okay, I appreciate the death threats. That's cool.
That's not a
That's
death
gonna go
threat. I
online.
didn't
That
threaten
ain't a
you.
death threat.
That's awesome. You guys.
Have you never heard that?
No, I have
You're
heard
also
that, but
like little bitches.
I think
Snitches
right
end up
now,
in ditches.
I think right now what you're doing is you're just perpetuating the stereotype that
No, here's the thing.
No,
You said here,
you
okay,
came in here
everybody on the left
antagonizing
has
us,
no
so fuck
legitimate
you.
argument. The only argument that the left has is to attack Trump. They have no base.
Exactly.
Okay, 47 years. When Biden has sat over there in his little chair, what has he done? What is one thing that he has done to help anybody in this country in 47 years?
Not a motherfucking thing.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You guys voted him in out of pure hatred for
You know, we
That's
voted
it.
Trump
That was
out.
your only basis
It could have
on
been
voting him.
anybody. It could have been anyone,
Exactly.
and they would have
All
voted
we
that
needed,
person against Trump because they do have hate for Trump.
all we
But
needed
how
was
do
a
you
human
justify
scumbag.
somebody that spent it
You
on
guys would
40
have
years,
voted in
never seen him
fucking
die,
Kim
never
Jong
seen a
Un or
paycheck.
whatever the fuck his
You're
name
right. You're right. We would have voted anybody in.
You're
over Trump.
right.
And
Okay,
we did
why?
both.
garbage.
Okay,
That's
why is your
garbage.
hate so bad for him? Why is your hate so bad for him?
Actually, yeah, let's listen. Let's listen to
All
this.
right.
Go
I'm
ahead, Bob.
happy.
I
I'm
do want
happy
to hear
to.
this.
I'm happy to share it with you.
Okay, let's listen.
He's a
Okay, without
narcissist.
attacking him, his political ways,
He
why
is
are
a
you against him?
narcissist. He
Okay,
is an egotistical maniac.
okay, so let me
He is
tell
a
you this.
maniacal liar.
Nobody gives a flying fuck on his character.
He has not
okay?
lied.
Nobody
What has he
cares
lied about?
that. As long as he's protecting our country and running the country the way it should be ran, no one gives a two shits if he's a sexist, narcissist, or any of that other bullshit.
Oh my
Because
God!
you
I'm
can
so
say
glad
that
you
about
said
every
that.
other person
I
in
am
life.
so glad you said that. Thank you so much.
Personality does not fucking matter.
Hey, he
It
walked
matters
up on
if
that
he
stage
gets
and the
Does
first
not
thing
matter.
He
You
gets
guys,
I
this is
voted for him
gold.
because he wasn't a damn politician. That's exactly why I voted for him.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, I'm trolling you right now, and you guys sound insane.
Okay, well, thank
Bye-bye.
you. We're so glad. Like, we really care. Because honestly, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight knowing that you're trolling me. Like, boo-hoo.
I have 5,000 followers. I'm going to post
Oh
it.
my God.
Who cares? Who cares?
Holy
Go
shit.
suck a dick. Get out of here.
The last video I posted got what?
Okay.
Near 5 million
Kidding
views.
me?
Hey, before you post that, let's go ahead and get this out of
Wait,
the way real quick.
I should know
in
who you are. I should know who you are. You have 5,000 followers. You are like up there, buddy. What's your name? So I know. Okay. Out loud. Like, you are so like special.
And you admitted, okay, in the 8 years that Biden was vice president, in the 47, he said an all damn thing for the American people, right? You got that. You make sure you put that one on there. Then,
Well, you just said it.
that Trump has said in,
I said you just said
Going 48, he hasn't done shit for this country.
exactly. Okay,
Biden is a racist bigot.
Please. Oh, yeah, because we didn't want his kids going to a jungle. But in 4 years, Trump has sat here and got you on the floor down. He has sat here and done more for this country.
You're
in 4 years
brainwashed,
than your
Zach.
little
You're
freaking
brainwashed.
puppet over there has.
You are brainwashed.
With a long list of what Trump's done.
Yourself that. Sit back and actually ask yourself why Trump never came to where the people who support him most gathered. He never once set foot, never made a screen name or shit for Parler because he thinks you guys are ignorant dumbasses and he wouldn't wipe his ass with you.
You want to know what? When the friggin' tornadoes hit here in Tennessee, you know what? That's the
No,
only
come on,
fucking
you little
president
cunt.
that's
Tell me, why did he
ever
never
came here.
ask me? Come on, answer this question.
What the
Why
fuck
did he
has he
never
done?
make a Parler account? Hey, why did he never make a Parler
I
account?
love you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because
Why
he
stay on
doesn't
Twitter?
like to, because he doesn't
Why you
like to
gotta
be
come on here
attacked.
and be so hostile, bitch?
His friggin'
Hey,
depends couldn't
why
handle
people
it.
get attacked on Parler if it's all right wingers over there anyways? He got attacked on Twitter. He could have dumped
Because
Twitter on over to Parler, but he don't give a shit about you guys. He just thinks
No, he doesn't give a
you
shit
love
about
Trump.
you. He
Yeah,
doesn't give a
yeah,
shit about you and your dumbass. He doesn't care about you, you
you anymore.
scumbag,
He's more upset about losing the fucking
Yeah,
than he is about losing the presidency. Oh, you're what? He squeezed every little bit of life and hope out of you. And now he's dumping you on the side of the road like the piece of trash that you are. And you're just going to sit there and watch it happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
They don't get their way. They overtalk people.
Dumbass.
This is the way of the Democrats. Don't forget it. This is the
Oh,
way of the
yeah.
Democrats.
They
They
have
Where's
no
my
scream.
whistle?
logic
Can I
They
at
borrow your Black
all.
overshout.
Lives Matter
They
whistle
scream
or
and they
something so
overshout.
I can start
That's all
blowing
they
it
can
at you
resort
guys?
to because at the end of the day, they lack the intelligence to provide fucking links and sources to prove these fucking
Exactly.
facts, these
And
claims that
guess
they're
what? We
making.
base our
It's all
facts off
hate.
of
Facts
feelings,
don't
not
care about
actual
your
Based
facts.
off
feelings.
of
That's
hate.
what it comes down to. Facts don't
Fuck
fucking care
your
about your feelings.
feelings.
If you know how,
Feelings.
if you know
Feelings
how
are
the
going to run this
context
country and
to
protect
back these
us.
Fuck
fucking
your
absurd claims that
feelings.
you're making,
Nobody
facts
gives
don't
two
care
shits
about your
about your
feelings.
feelings.
See, that's the difference because that's the thing. Here, I have got people that voted for Biden. They don't like Trump, but you know what? We can sit down and we can have a dinner together. We at least
Exactly.
have a little bit, we have respect for each other. That right there, that is ridiculous.
She needs to go and take her psych meds. Like, seriously, the lady is all up in her feelings.
That's what I am.
I'm going to pray for you, whoever you are. I'm going to pray for you, okay? Because, like, really, like, you are off your shit, my lady.
God bless you. We appreciate your prayers, all of us. Thank you so much.
Things that Biden has done. One thing does come to mind, the 1994 crime law that he introduced. Does anybody recall that at all?
Was that the debacle with the judge?
Most of the fucking adults that see around out.
It was a controversial criminal justice issue. It was part of the South Law Crime Initiative, and ironically, it has negatively affected the black community as opposed to everyone as a whole. And that's where his entire support base is, the majority of his support base is coming from.
Yeah, unfortunately, very filling. Unfortunately, like, I do not understand why, but it's not very filling.
So, hey, is that the guy still in the chat? The Biden support?
I hope not. It was my all-meat diet that Joe Rogan told me to do.
They're just not going to talk because whenever they try to, everybody starts yelling.
Oh, no, actually, I do have a question.
I am not saying, do you see what I mean? I'm not even a Biden supporter and I'm being talked over. They're not going to come out and they're not going to say anything, number one. Number two, when someone does come out and say something, don't you think they're just saying it just to get a rise out of you? Why did you even entertain them? Why entertain them and why continue trying talking over people? That's the point that they're trying to make about us.
Well, I mean,
We don't
part of this
listen to anything anybody else has to say, and then when someone else does try and talk, 3, 4, 5 people start yelling loud so you can't hear them. There's not going to be any kind of...
And she wouldn't, like, she was just spazzing the fuck off.
Bro.
The helicopter?
You.
I don't want to.
Why would you allow them to talk in the first place? If you meet an individual with the intent to fucking troll, you shouldn't give them the platform. Why would you talk to them? There's no progress to be made.
My question to them, okay, so you guys hear me out for a second. My question is, if you actually voted for Biden, and we all know that if Biden does get in office, we know that CCP is going to be taking over our country. Did you blindly vote for Biden, not thinking that?
If you want to talk about the CCP, that's fine, but you've got to be able to give us a definition of communism before you invoke it. If you can't do that, then we can't have an honest debate because you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what
I'm still talking. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. And if you want to have a conversation about it, we can have that conversation. But if you just say CCP because it scares you and you don't know what it is, you're not prepared for it anymore.
I'm stuck.
Overall control. I mean, seriously, that's what it's about. They want to control us.
Thank you, Sylvanas.
Jew.
Oh, yeah.
You're entertaining ignorance, guys. He's acting like he's not. He's very ignorant.
So the point that I was trying to make was the point that I'm trying to make is whether people agree or whether people disagree. The fact that conversation is not possible is the problem. One of the reasons why people that I know that voted for Joe Biden, the reason they voted for Joe Biden, and these are Caucasian people that are pretty well off financially. I've had people tell me I would rather pay the extra taxes than have someone like Donald Trump in office. And what they meant by that was this. There's never been another president that a right-wing group could be able to take their words and use them against the rest of the country. The divide that is going on, I'll say it like this. In the 1900s, you were able to go to a pharmacy and buy a gram of cocaine for 25 cents. Once people realized that cocaine was more worse for you than it was good medically, it became outlawed around the world. And that's the same thing people are saying about Donald Trump. Whether he's a narcissist, whether he's egotistical, whether he's whatever. Too many people are able to take his words and use them against other Americans. Whether you agree with Donald Trump or you disagree with Donald Trump, the fact that there were Americans that went into the Capitol and they defecated in the Capitol and they did everything that they did, there are some people that were with Donald Trump. And because that happened, they said, I can't even follow this anymore because of how extreme it's gotten. So whether I'm on the left or whether I'm on the right, it really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, people that support Trump, and please don't say that it was all Antifa, it was all Black Lives Matter. It wasn't. Because you can go to people's social media that have been Donald Trump supporters for a long time, and you can see that they themselves posted pictures of themselves. They themselves posted videos of themselves there at the Capitol. So anybody that actually stepped foot in that Capitol, I don't care, black, white, red, Republican, Democrat, that doesn't matter to me. The only thing that matters to me is American citizens went into the United States Capitol and did what they did.
That's
And
no
because
different than the
people were
riots
saying,
last year. They were burning down shit. Like they were looting. They were robbing businesses. So you're justifying something on top of something that happened last year. That's not making it right.
what happened over this summer was just as bad as what happened last Wednesday.
Oh no,
One side does not get to say, well, we were protesting for this, but they're protesting for this, so we're right, they're wrong. None of that should have happened. And I don't care who you are. If you do any type of destruction or do what happened during the Black Lives Matter movement, no, you don't have a say, and you should not have a voice. So please don't misunderstand what I am saying. And I can only speak for me. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't care who you are. It should not have happened. But more so, what happened on Wednesday should not have happened. And those were people that support Donald Trump. Yep. And that is the problem. That's the problem that everyone is having. I'm not saying you all don't have an argument. And I'm not saying that you all can't say anything. But at the same time, you have to call a spade a spade. Those people that breached the Capitol had no business in there.
It was breached. It is open to the public from 8 to 4:30. It wasn't breached. I don't know why people don't understand that. The house is the people's house. We have every right to be in there when it is open to the public people. And the House of the Representatives is open from 8 to 4:30.
I don't know if you saw the police barricading the Capitol, but that would lead me to believe it was closed that day.
They were opening the barricades and letting people in.
You guys are so stupid.
You can't
barricaded.
You can't close it just because you're fucking scared of what's going to happen. That's not how life works.
So dumb.
No, you are.
So dumb. It scares me how dumb you are.
Are you guys seeing the stuff dropping about Hunter Biden?
Out of our group
Are you
already.
seeing the pictures dropping in the chat right now? Are you guys seeing that?
Yes. Yes. Just like I saw the video of the officer that led people away from the Senate floor, but your side of the fence wants to say that that officer was leading them to the Senate floor. And just because the Capitol is open doesn't mean you can go in there and break into offices and steal mail and do everything that was done. I could care less if that was open to the public. There are stores that are open to the public, but you can't go into a store and just steal stuff. So to say that it was okay because it's open to the public, all you're doing is giving the other side more venom against you. Somebody just called me a liberal. Somebody just called me a liberal. And I started this conversation by saying, you don't know who I voted for. You don't know which side of the fence I'm on. But just because I'm trying to bring reason and common sense, I'm being told that I'm from liberalism. And that's part of the problem.
Okay,
You're the fucking problem.
The drawl.
We're trying to have a meaningful fucking conversation. We don't need his shit.
Exactly.
Dude, that was meaningful conversation. You just heard meaningful conversation.
Okay, well, you know what? The fact is, it's already done. There's nothing that can be done about that. The venom that
Stop trolling,
the
man.
side that went into Capitol got that venom for Black Lives Matters and Antifa last year with all the writings that were encouraged by Pelosi and Biden. You didn't see one of them step up and say, this shit is uncalled for. We need to stop it. Never
those
once did you see that.
motherfuckers burning the
We've seen
American
them
flag.
encourage every
Nobody
fucking right
ever
that happened
supported
last
that on
year.
your
So you
side.
can't say that what happened on the 6th was way worse than last year. No, it was not.
Not one building got burnt down.
It was not way worse than what happened last year, but it still wasn't appropriate.
Look, the right and patriots have stood down for a long time through rioting, through the burning of cities, through defunding the police movements, through Trump supporters getting beaten, through Antifa taking over sections of cities and declaring them for theirs. Like, we've stood back this whole time, and you cannot compare what happened in the Capitol to all the shit that's been going on through BLM movements and Antifa movements for the last
say these guys are bad for doing what they did, and then get to take their tactics and employ them and say it's okay when you do that. You then lose the moral high ground. Okay. It's not hard.
May I speak?
Right, you lose moral.
You're done speaking. You're done listening.
Well, I'm going to speak
Honestly, you have
Keep on the points
You know what?
of virtualism and moral high ground.
I can't speak. So this is a forum for free speech.
It is a
Parler,
form
I
of
can't speak.
free speech. You are correct on that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, personal attacks and accuse everyone of being stupid. That's not free. That's what called hate speech, right? You don't like hate speech, you're on the platform.
It's an atrocity. The shit that happened during the summer was an atrocity.
These people
Yeah, but were you voicing that? Tony,
Yes.
were you actually voicing
A lot
that?
of us. I'm an independent. I'm not on the left. I'm not on the right. I see stupid shit no matter where it is. I'm an equal opportunity offender. The stuff that happened during the summer was a fucking disaster. And I understand your distaste for that. I was disgusted by it as well. A lot of us were. So many businesses were destroyed. I live in Minneapolis. I saw that. Man, that shit was fucking ridiculous.
What are we supposed to how silent are we supposed to be until we finally stand the hell up and do something? How long are we supposed to take our shit, get burned to the ground?
Exactly. Like eventually we are fed up with that shit.
You guys look like the Al Qaeda, though. That's the problem.
What does the other side look like then? What the hell do you call that?
You know
Religious
what? If
fundamentalism,
Seattle and
extremism.
Minneapolis and all them other places would have stood up to half of them, guess what? Half your city wouldn't have been burnt to the freaking ground.
So basically what you're saying is that we should all just stand the fuck down, even though Black Lives Matters and Antifa were rioting and destroying this fucking country last year, but we should still stand down.
No, you're
Stand
supposed to
down and
be.
just let whatever happen.
You guys are supposed to be the party of law and order.
You're right. We are supposed to be the party of law and order, but we're not getting the backup with law and order because you've got people like Pelosi and Biden saying they are encouraging it. You've got mainstream media encouraging it. How can law and order even step in?
Election and you're crying.
Isn't
That
that
you
where
have
that
father
started last
issues.
year?
I don't know what it is.
See, you're
but
a
daddy
fucking
issues.
idiot, dude. I can't stand
Why are you talking? You're not. No, I'm talking now. I'm talking.
No, but you're not. There's about. Hey, nobody cares about. Say that we all have daddy issues, right? Yeah. My ass, dumb motherfucker. You don't know any of us. You can't say that anybody has daddy issues. Fuck you. If anything, we've got sick and tired of people talking shit issues.
No way. And I have daddy issues. I think